This presentation is to share with you a rapture dream that I had the other night, a clear dream of the rapture taking place. Now, as a bit of a background, I've always been skeptical of the rapture, and traditionally, while I'd believe that God would look after us through the tribulation period, I struggled to believe in a rapture where we would be taken up in the sky to be with Jesus outside of the tribulation period. And a few things have changed my view over the last couple of years. However, this dream has now assured me that the rapture is definitely for real, and it will happen before the worst of the tribulation takes place. At the start of this dream, where I was actually sitting on my couch. I'd been doing some work on my laptop. I'd actually fallen asleep, just sitting straight up on my couch. Now, while I was asleep, I went into this vision or dream where I saw we were looking at this little device, which was symbolic of the mark of the beast. Now, what was interesting about this object was it was quite obvious that, hey, yes, this is already here, and this is going to be the mark of the beast. Now, the scene changed, and all of a sudden, many Christians were gathering on a large field, and they started to pray. Now, the urgency being that the mark of the beast was here, or being implemented, caused the Christians to start crying out in prayer. Now, as time went on, the prayers got louder and louder and more passionate. As it became really passionate, I really felt the Spirit of God picking up in strength, and it really got my attention, and I joined in with the prayers of the Christians that were on this large field. Now, once it got to a crescendo, all of a sudden the power of God was so strong that the people started lifting off the ground, as we would understand the rapture to be, much like the picture that I've placed here on this video. I literally went hundreds of meters up into the sky with the other Christians around in this awesome rapture experience. It was incredibly special. It was incredibly wonderful. After leaving the ground for hundreds of meters, all of a sudden, boom, the dream was over. I woke up and I was just sitting straight up on my couch where I had fallen asleep. This was incredible for me, and really reassuring that once this mark of the beast system becomes clear, and as they go to establish it, Christians will cry out to the Lord, and we will be raptured out of here. Once the mark of the beast system is here and people are taking it, there's no repentance from that. The mark of the beast system is going to be a control grid where you're pretty much giving yourself over to this world system. They will have a link right from your hand or forehead into their control grid. You'll be like their robot. You'll be like a zombie. There'll be no salvation anymore once you're under that control of the global system. It's not just a can't buy or sell thing. That's a part of it. But the biggest aspect of it is that you're giving yourself over to the world system, to the beast. And like never before, I just want to encourage you to seek God. And if you know anyone that doesn't know God, doesn't know Jesus, now is the time to get them in there. We may have very limited time before this mark of the beast system is enacted. Now, we see the 5G smart grid being rolled out. Even with current 4G, systems out there. They could still implement this mark of the beast system. Now, like I said at the start of this program, is that I was quite skeptical about the rapture for many years, and in some extent I still have been. I've always believed that God would protect a certain amount of his people, as the Bible does lay a claim to during the tribulation, but I still didn't know if there's going to be this catching in the air event happening pre-tribulation. And but I'm of no doubt now that this event's going to happen and you want to be a part of it. And the time is short. Thanks for listening.